Thank you. Thank you so much. We will start it with the prayer. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sah Viryam Karvavahe Tejasvina Vaditamastu Ma Vidvishavahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. We will have a short recap regarding the last session. It was about the Triguna and Nirguna. Triguna asara, Nirguna he sara. Sara sara bichara Haripatha. So in last session, we had also a question answers. And now we have fourth abhanga, Bhava Hina Bhakti. भाव विना भक्ति, भक्ति विना शक्ति, बड़े विना भावे विना भक्ति, भक्ति विना मुक्ति, बड़े विना शक्ति बोलू नये. कैसे नि दैवत प्रसन्न त्वरित उगा राहे निवांत शुनसी वाया. सायास करिसी प्रपंच दिननिशी हरिसी न भजसी कवण्या गुणे. ज्ञान देव म्हणे हरि जप करणे तुटेल धरणे प्रपंचाचे. So Sant Jnaneshwar in his Haripat, he is thrusting on the Hari Japa and Bhave Vina Bhakti. So how the devotion with the beauty of the emotions, it is known as Bhava Saundarya. So he is thrusting upon the surrender, the divine, divinity in us, how we are on that path, and the importance of the devotion, true devotion. So every one of us having the prapancha. This prapancha is the foundation for further exercise of the divine life path, or the efforts for going for the oneness with the Almighty. So this prapancha is what exactly? What Jnanadev said, कि ज्ञानदेव म्हणे हरिजप करणे तुटेल धरणे प्रपंचाचे. So first of all, we should understand the prapancha. Then only it is possible to come out of that and find what is the sar, what is the harijap, and what is the salvation, means mukti, liberation. What is the liberation? That is most important, and we are supposed to understand first what is the prapancha. Generally, we say that having kids, having wife, having parents, living together in the society, in the relations is known as a prapancha. Having our means of livelihood, professions is a prapancha. But it is not true. It is not true. It is a samsara. But samsara and prapancha both are different. Prapancha means deha prapancha. In the last question answer session, we could experience the 5 elements of deha prapancha. Like we had experienced the Jnanendriya Panchak, Antakarana Panchak, Vishaya Panchak, then Tattva Panchak. There are 5 elements we all are made up of. So these all Panchaks, 5 into 5, 25. They are the part of the Prapancha. Mana, Buddhi, Chitta, Ahankar, Antakaran. So when Shankaracharya was asked to introduce himself to his guru, he introduced himself in a Nirvana Ashtakam. Mano buddhi hankar chittani naham, na cha srotra jivhe, na cha ghrana netre, na cha vyoma bhumir na disho na vayu, chidananda rupaha shivoham shivoham. Chidananda rupaha shivoham shivoham. So this prapancha is very well explained in the Nirvana Ashtakam by Srimad Shankaracharya. And we can listen it, we can understand it. Every sentence, every word is very, very important. And what is the expectation of Sant Gyaneshwar from all the devotees on the seekers of the path of divine life is that, first of all, you understand the prapancha. What is that prapancha? Without Triguna, prapancha is incomplete. There are three gunas, Raja, Tama and Sattva. There are Antakarana Panchaka, 5 elements, Mano, Buddhi, Mana, Buddhi, Chitta, Ahankar and Antakarana. There are 5 Jnanendriya, 5 Karmendriya. So, see, in this way, the prapancha is all about our subjects, which we all are made up of, and which are by virtue of beingness, we are being gifted. And on this platform, it is expected from us to go beyond the shackles of this prapancha. If this prapancha would not have been a part of our beingness, then how could one seek the light? How could one seek the Shuddha Sattva Guna? How one could seek the going beyond the illusion, Brahma, going beyond the illusion and have the right view or right meditation or right speech. So all these are necessary for Hari Japa, Hari Nama, and to seek the ultimate light or ultimate the Parama Tattva, to seek the Parama Tattva. And that's why understanding this prapancha, experiencing this in the day-to-day life is very, very essential. So with the grace of Lord, with the blessings of the Sadguru, it is possible for the seekers of the path of divine life to study these elements of prapancha. So there are bhavana, emotions. There are kalpana, imaginations. Then there is a apeksha, expectation. Then there is a ichha, that is a kama, your will or wish. Then there is a asha, akanksha. Like this, there are many elements of the prapancha. And being a witness of his prapancha, one devotee or one seekers has always has to study himself, how he can become a witness of these all forces and not the part of these forces. They will always try to make you the part of them and try to drive our all actions, our karma. They will always try, because that is their duty and that is their nature. They will perform their duty, but it is up to us how we can be aloof or aligned from that flow of the emotions, flow of the expectations, and flow of the ichha. Ichha means desires, the flow of the desires. And in this way, being aware of ourselves, being aware of the driving forces of all these prapancha, the triguna and antakarana panchaka, understanding it, being witness of it, is the most important part of exercise of the path of divine life. And that is happen only when we have the habit, or we have the with every breath, we have the Hari Nam, Hari Japa with us. That is the only tool, easiest, like a sword and a shield. Both you have when you have a Hari Nama and Hari Japa, which is the blessings of the Sadguru. With that only it is possible to be a witness of all these driving forces to us. And then what comes to our life? When we are the witness, then we could understand the Brahma Satyam Jagat Mithya. This is the basics of the Vedanta philosophy by Shankaracharya. Then what is this Brahma Satya and Jagat Mithya? How come one know that this is a Brahma? Means illusion. It's not true. That being Dvaita, being two, you and me are different, itself is a Brahma, itself is an illusion. Because Eko Aham Bahusyami is the experience when we practice the Hari Japa, Hari Nama, and when we are witness of the Prapancha and all this Maya. So, Eko Aham Bahusyami and Brahma Satyam Jagat Mithya, how they goes together. Eko Aham Bahusyami means the Parama Tattva, only there is a Tattva. Atma Tattva is everywhere. We can see it in every living and non-living things, how this Tattva is omnipresent. It is everywhere. It is everywhere present. Without that, nothing exists. That is in the sun, that is in the earth, that is in the moon, that is in the stars, that is in the galaxies, that is in the all cosmic bodies, including our every living creatures. That is there. Because we can understand this body can stand only when there is a Tattva. Once the Tattva has departed from this body, is it possible for this body to stand? It is just like a non-living thing, and it falls down. It needs support, isn't it? This body can talk, it can think, it can see. But when the Tattva departed from it, the eyes are here, the ears are here, the mouth is, everything is here only, but it can't do, it can't function. That means the importance of the Tattva can be experienced when the Tattva departed from the Sthula Sharira, Sthulam. So in this way, the value, the importance of Tattva, because of it, everything is alive, running, functioning. And if we want to be one with that Tattva, we have to be witness of all these illusions, all these Triguna, their driving forces, all these are acting on this combination of this Sthula and Sukshma. And our experiences in the Antakarana Panchaka, we have to be witness of that. Then only it is possible to be as pure, as pious as the Paramatattva, to be one with it. And for that, Hari Nama, Hari Japa is the simplest form which Santa Jnaneshwar expects from all the path of seekers, all the seekers of the path of divine life, that it is a very easiest way from Para, Pashyanti, Madhyama and Vaikhari. All these four, these are the four languages of the human being. In these four levels of the speech, if Harinam is there, that means you have the Amrita, the nectar in you. The nectar in you, in Para, in Pashyanti, in Madhyama, and Vaikhari. All these four. Para is near the navel point. It is near the Manipura chakra. Then near Anahata, near your heart point, there is a Pashyanti. In the Vishuddhi, here is a Madhyama, and here is the Vaikhari, and then it comes. When we talk, it is not necessary that whatever I am talking from this Vaikhari, the same is in the Para, same is in the. Then we can understand, we can experience also. Many times something different is here and we are acting or we are making a drama and talking something different. So these differences one can only experience when he is a witness of himself. So about this Hari Japa, Hari Nama, which is important tool for us for this Parama Tattva, for this Tattva, understanding this Tattva, which is omnipresent. Now we will understand how it is omnipresent and how the Tattva runs everything, run the show. We see that there is a morning, then there is the evening, in the night, moon is there, and we see the stars also. And this is just one minuscule of whole of these galaxies, and there are billions of galaxies in this multiverse. So how it is controlled? For example, we all know that in geography we learned that Earth rotates around its axis and revolves around the sun, and it takes around 365 days to complete one revolution and 24 hours for the rotation. So this driving force of rotating around its axis, who has decided it and how it is controlled? Suppose with our own efforts, if I rotate a ball, one day it is going to stop, no? And its speed also decreases. Once I make a force and keep my finger beneath it, it rotates on the tip of my finger. But after some time, its speed starts decreasing due to friction, and then it stops. But since ages, this is always rotating in the same speed. We can see that sun is rising because of that, and sun is set. It seems to be set because of that rotation. And we say that there is a sunrise and there is a sunset. That means sunrise and sunset both are illusions. They are not the reality, and that is the Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya, what Shankaracharya says. How Brahma Satya? Brahma Satya means sun is always there. There is no sunrise and no sunset in respect of the sun, because sun never sets and sun never rises. It is always there. What happens? The rotation of the earth, wherever we are placed on this earth, it seems that sun is going to rise now and sun is going to set now because of its rotation. That is our experience. From our point of view, it is sunset and sunrise. But in fact, in reality, it is not a rising sun, or neither it is a rising nor it is a sunset. Then what it is? Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya is that neither we take birth, nor we die. It is always there, and that is the Tattva. Just to understand this with the experience, this sunset and sunrise can make you learn, can make us learn the path, the seekers of the path of divine life, that how the illusion, how this whole world is an illusion. It comes out of the Brahma, like the sunset and sunrise. So Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya. Even though the Tattva departed from the body, it exists. And along with all this karma, whatever the pile up of the karmas, it goes away, goes ahead for its journey. But it never ends, and it is always there. So before our birth also, the Tattva was there, and after our death, after departing from this body, it will be there. So that is the only immortal, the Tattva, which will always be carrying our personality, carrying our sadhana, and carrying our efforts for the path of divine life. And it will help us, our efforts, our sadhana, our upasana, our harinama japa, it will help us to be as pious, as purified, to be one with the Parama Tattva. Brahma Satyam, Jagan Mithya. And now we will see how the Tattva helps the show of this universe going on. How it helps. See, the speed of the earth we have seen and how it revolves. And the plane, the horizontal plane in which this earth and other satellites and other planets of the solar system, who has decided this distance between the sun and these planets, and as well as their horizontal plane, as well as their speed, everything. So even though it seems that this earth and its all other bodies like hills, stones, and it is made up of everything, are just non-living things, but still it is full of tattva. Without tattva, without the Atma tattva, without the Parama tattva, nothing exists. And that is the first-hand experience of everyone if we understand from the galactic point of view that how the stars are placed, how the moon is placed. If we have the contemplation over that, then we can understand that if it is omnipresent, then how I can be away from that, how I can be left alone. It is present in me also, it is present in you also. And when it is about the tattva, then you and me are not different. Mitu panachi zhali bodavana. That's why Advaita, it is known as Advaita philosophy. Advaita means what? There is no Dvaita, there is no dualism. There is one and one only, which is omnipresent, which is omniscient, and which is omnipotent. That is one and one only, and that is Tattva. It was before our birth and it will be after our death also. It is existed ever, today, tomorrow, and forever. It is there. So in this way, the Prapancha, if we are witnessing, then we can understand what is the Tattva. If we could understand what is mortal, then only we can understand and experience what is immortal. The immortal one is the one which is Advaita, which is the one and present everywhere. And because of its presence, everything is a valuable thing. This body is as long as valuable, precious, as long as the Tattva is residing in this body. And moreover, all the elements of this body, all the parts of this body, say this eyes, ears, nose, all these Vishaya Panchaka or Karmendriya, Jnanendriya, everything, it is being constructed or it is being made up because of the influence and because of the power and strength of the Tattva. Because of the Tattva, these eyes are made and the Tattva sees through these eyes. And when Tattva sees through these eyes and all our subjects are in the control and in the surrendering of this Tattva, then only it is possible for us to understand the Prapancha, to do it properly in the Smarana Bhakti, in the blessings of the Sadguru, we can move ahead on this pious journey. So this is the strength of this Tattva, because of which we can listen, we can hear, we can see, we can talk, we can smell, and we can feel, and we can experience. Brahma Satyam Jagat Mithya is Shankaracharya's, it is his philosophy of the Advaita Vedanta, and which is also experience in the Haripatha, Bhave Vina Bhakti, Bhakti Vina Mukti, Bade Vina Shakti, Bolo Chinai. Now, Bade Vina Shakti, Bolo Chinai. How come we experience that? Bade Vina Shakti, Bolo Chinai. Bhave Vina Bhakti, Bhakti Vina Mukti, Bolo Chinai. What? Mukti is what? Liberation or with all these driving forces of the prapancha which made us liberation with all these forces, all the liberation from the inertia, liberation from the illusion, liberation from our desires, and that is just possible with the bhava yukta bhakti. So the bhav is very important in the devotion. And in the last session, we could experience the influence of the Triguna, and we had an experience of the devotee, great devotee of Lord Shiva, Lankadhipati, and great devotee of Lord Sri Rama, Mahabali Hanuman. And what is the difference between the bhav? Both were the devotees, both were the bhakta, but the difference is in the bhav. There is a nishkama bhava in Hanuman, and there is a sakama bhava in Lankadhipati. After his great worship and sacrifices of his heads, his expectation is that give me the power, give me the strength, and give me the all the kingdom and all kind of the bhog and all the wealth and everything. But in nishkama bhava means it is my swabhava to be a loving devotee without any expectation. In nishkama bhava, there is no desire of any health or any wealth or any strength or anything, any materialistic nothing. And this nishkama bhava is always experienced with the devotion of the Santa Parampara. You name the Santa like Kabir, Tulsidas, Namadev, Santa Gyaneshwar, Eknath, Tukaram. They have no demands, no desires, no expectation from the Lord that I want something in exchange or something in expectation of my devotion. Absolutely no expectation, no desire, and nothing. And they were tested always. Even if they were tested like that, if you are thirsty and moving in the deserts and someone offers you the water, but still they don't expect that water from them, and on their offerings they always have a surrender that if you wish to give me, I don't have any expectation or desire and wants and needs. So they are absolutely free from their needs, requirements, wants, greed, and need. They are absolutely free from their desires, and that is mukti. And that happens only when it is a nishkama bhajana. When the devotion or bhajan itself is the ultimate goal, sadhya. It is not a sadhan. It is not the tool. It is itself is a sadhya. Sadhya means it is itself is a goal and not as a medium. Then it happens. It becomes a nature of our way of life. It becomes our swabhava. It becomes our identity. It becomes our way of breathe, way of living. And everything comes with this bhava. So bhave vina bhakti, bhakti vina mukti, bade vina shakti, bolo chinai. And this needs the strength, the inner strength, the strength of the love. The strong love is there, then only it is possible to have this true devotion without any expectation. We have many times visited the temples of Lord Shiva. And we can see that outside the temple, there is a Nandi and then we see the tortoise. Then we go inside, then there is a Shivalinga. Then there is a Vasuki on that Shivalinga, isn't it? So what does it implies? What is its message to the humanity? Bade vina Shakti bolo chinai is the message. When we visit the temple of Ma Durga, there is a lion outside that temple. Bade vina Shakti bolo chinai. That means to have the true love and devotion, to have this selflessness in the conduct, unconditional love for the Lord, for the Parama Tattva, for the Sadguru, is the only possible for the strongest of the strong devotee. It's not possible, it's not achievable for the weaker one. So who is the strongest of the strong? The one who has a true love, unconditional love. And that's why all these Sant, they are full of strength. Bade vina Shakti bolo chinai. Like a Nandi. Nandi is a symbol of the strength. And that lion outside the Durga temple is a symbol of the strength. And that is expected from the devotee to be the strong enough to bear all the strikings and all, to bear all these forces of the prapancha. If you are strong enough, then only it is possible for us to experience this piousness and this unconditional love, the selflessness in the conduct. That's why Bade vina Shakti bolo chinai. Bhave vina bhakti, bhakti vina mukti, Bade vina Shakti bolo chinai. And Harinam is the easiest tool for all of the devotees and the seekers of the path of divine life to move ahead and to understand and be witness of their prapancha and be with one with the Parama Tattva and be moving on the path of divine life, that is Haripurana. And with this, we can conclude this session. If anyone has at this moment want to clear anything, then we can also discuss for a few minutes and then we will conclude with our prayer.
Thank you, Anantji. Thank you very much for the session and enlightening us on the Prapanch, the omnipresent and eternal Tattva, and ways of liberation from the illusion, and what is the Bhav Yukta Bhakti. So I would request all the participants, if they have anything to take up or any questions or any clarification required for now, we can take it now, or else we can think about the sessions, whatever we have discussed today, and come up with the questions. You can maybe put on the chat your all the queries, or we can take the queries in the next session as well. So in case if anyone wants to ask something, please go ahead.
Yes, sir. May I ask?
Yeah, please.
Yes, sir. As you said that Nandi is the symbol of strength, right? So what
Yes.
others like you said Vasuki and lion. So what is their characteristics for this as a Nandi?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for asking this very important question. See, then we see after Nandi, we see that tortoise. It is a symbol of how we are very much consistent. It is a symbol of consistency, the tortoise. Okay. And when all these forces act on it, it contracts itself from these worldly desires and worldly attractions and expectations. It contracts itself. See, we have to understand the nature of this tortoise, and the seeker on this path of divine life is expected to be the follower and to be like this tortoise. Then only it is possible to move slowly on this path. It is not the path of haste. It is not the path of hurry. Even though it is a hurry path, but it is to be achieved with the consistency and some slow and smooth journey with the blessings of Sadguru. Then when we come inside, there is a Shiva Linga, and it is a symbol of Shiva and Shakti. The Shakti is in the Muladhara, and Shiva Swarupa is in the Sahasrar. And that Vasuki is nothing but our Kundalini, that is the 3.5 rounds of the Kundalini. So in this way, every human being has the capability to be one with the Paramatatva is the message, because everyone has a Muladhara to Sahasrar, all the 7 energy centers in the spine. And they have the Kundalini in them, Kundalini Shakti in them. So yes, these sir, are all.
Yes, sir, I understand. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Any further question? So I think we do not have any question for today, Anantaji. Let's wind up the session today, and we'll meet on the next Sunday at 9 a.m. for the question and answer session for all the previous sessions.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. We can conclude this session with the prayer.
Sure.
Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnata Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishate. Om Shantihi Shantihi Shantihi. Hari Om.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Sir, thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.